Good evening, friends. Meteorologist Delaney Willis here with an update on the severe threat for the remainder of our evening hours. Wanted to give you a look at radar currently because right now we are seeing a whole lot of nothing in our area. All this right here, that's showing up on the radar, all this green, this is just ground clutter. So no actual precip as of now, but once we zoom out and look at the national radar, that's when we get a better picture of these storms right here. And this line will head our way for the next couple of hours and overnight. We will be getting the heavy rain showers, gusty winds, and potential for some damaging threats with this line if it holds together very, very early tomorrow morning and late tonight. So let's go ahead and put this in motion so you can get a better picture of where this is headed. Yes, it's marching steadily east, and these are moving along at a pretty good clip, 55 to 65 miles an hour as these cells move further on into our area. So it is looking, just based on this motion that we're seeing right here, this cluster may skirt us just a little bit further on to the north, but this line right here, that is what we will receive in terms of the overnight, the round 2 of this event. Now, we do have a few watches to talk about as well. You'll notice this addition right here, and this is just to our west that we do have a tornado watch that has been put into place. So this is just for portions of West Virginia and Kentucky, so we have not been included in the state of Virginia just yet. But we are going to keep an eye because this tornado watch does expire at 3 o'clock tomorrow morning. And we're likely going to be seeing these showers and storms continue to pack a punch because these have held together for a little while longer. And if we can continue to hold this line together, we could still see some gusty winds, some hail, and the tornado threat is very, very, very low. But we are still going to have to watch these storms because that is still what you're seeing right now. This purple box, this is a confirmed tornado that is on the ground. It's still in Kentucky, but it is confirmed on the ground along this line, and that is the only one at this moment. We do have a couple of other tornado warnings, but that's that only box that we are seeing there that's a confirmed tornado. Now, right now, we are still watching for this line, but you'll notice this line of showers right here, that's what we were dealing with earlier, now off of the coast, out of our hair, and we are still very, very dry. But once this system moves through, after this line moves through, we will be completely dry for the day on Saturday, for the bulk of the daytime hours on Saturday. This will likely be over by about 8 a.m. on Saturday morning, and we'll be looking towards a beautiful weekend for the rest of the weekend. But we do have to get rid of this first, this line right here. So we are going to be keeping a close eye on this, but that's really the next, the bigger second line that we are going to be watching for. We had the first one that already moved through. Our atmosphere is already extremely worked over, but we are still in this slight and enhanced risk across the viewing area for the next couple of hours. So taking that into consideration from the Storm Prediction Center, that is still obviously seeing some threat in our area as this next line of storms marches towards our region. We will still, of course, heed that warning. And there's some ingredients, but especially NRV, Roanoke Valley, and even Southside, where those storms came through earlier, our atmosphere has worked over. It has somewhat come to some sort of an equilibrium and stabilized just a bit, so that we don't have a whole lot of fuel left for the storm. So it is my hope that as these head towards our area, because our atmosphere is stabilized just a bit, at least after that line came through and really used up a lot of the fuel, that we will not have enough fuel to hold together the line that we are seeing right now that is tornado and severe warned over in Kentucky and moving into, right now, portions that we're still seeing moving into Kentucky and Tennessee and eventually West Virginia. It is my hope that we will not have enough fuel, but we are going to continue to keep an eye because we are still, of course, under this risk for the next couple of hours. I wouldn't be shocked if this did eventually get trimmed. The SPC did trim out that risk zone, but until then, we are going to keep on rolling here. Let's go through Futurecast and see what we have for tomorrow morning. Now, this is timing out these storms to end up at least the beginning of that line of showers and NRV in parts of the Highland Zone by 11 o'clock tonight. with the bulk of the heavier rainfall, and potentially could see some hail, at least this model is suggesting, by about midnight, crossing over into Highlands, Roanoke, and NRV zone. Lynchburg's just seeing those showers at this point. Now, by about 2, 3 a.m., of course, until about 5, that is when we will still see that swath of rain moving through. And by 7 a.m., we're mostly done. Southside still dealing with a few showers, according to this model run. But after that, we are free and clear, and even better, the clouds looking to part for Saturday, the later morning hours, and for the afternoon and evening. We're going to part the clouds, see a little bit of sunshine, and most importantly, we'll be staying dry, at least for the majority of the day on Saturday. So that's good news. We'll salvage at least part of our Saturday, and all day on Sunday we're looking to stay pretty dry, which get a beautiful weekend after the mess that we have dealt with today. Now, Saturday and Sunday, of course, Saturday morning is when the bulk of the rain will move through. So after that, we have the chance of very isolated showers remaining. And with the daytime heating, of course, can't rule out a few of those. But I do believe that most of us will be staying dry. We got about a 20% chance of precip for your Saturday and your Sunday again. And that's just due to the chance of a few pop-up showers. Again, we are back in the 80s. So we're significantly above average, and with the daytime heating and the sunshine. But besides that, we do not have a real significant weather maker moving through until next week. As we head into next week, of course, we do have daily precip Monday through Wednesday and potential on Thursday as well. But you'll notice our temperatures as well. We are in the 80s for the weekend and for Monday, but we will eventually move back into the 70s, not really getting closer to those seasonable averages until Tuesday and next week, and eventually to mid and late week. But for this weekend, we will be very above average for the temperature profile, and along with it, we will be dry for most of the day on Saturday and Sunday. So good news all around. We just have a few more hours, of course, until a few of those watches and warnings expire further on to our west, that we are going to keep an eye on to see how those storms behave as they get a little bit closer into southwest Virginia, and see if we have enough fuel to hold those together. But we will continue to keep you updated on air and online.